Hello, Joan. I wanted to say that um, your first impression on the portfolio is wonderful. This is a great cover to have. I love kind of the artistic rendering that you did over here, and it's a really clean title. I love how everything is spaced out. Um, so I went through your portfolio, and the body of work is just wonderful. Sorry, my mouse is being a little bit weird. There's not a lot that I can add, but I'm just gonna point out a few little things that most people might not even notice, but I'd like to point out to you to really take it to that next level. Um, Let me go to my markup real quick. Okay, so I noticed that on a couple of these, like right here, you can see where the paper ends. You can kind of see the corner of the scan. And I can also see that your signature is cut off of some of these, but not all of them. So I think it would look better if you just included your signature or went through and photoshopped it out. But I think having a little bit of it poke through might not be ideal. And even this little corner right here. Now, I know that this is like really taking it super far, but again, if we want to go to that like next level, this is really what you would do next, just because your work already looks so good. I don't necessarily know if you want to get into photoshopping. I don't think you have to do that. But one thing I think you have to ask yourself is if each of these papers are the same color, you can see that this one's a little bit more brown and then this one has a little bit more gray in it. You could Photoshop those tones, but you don't need to. You know, that might be taking it too far, but I just wanted to put it out there. Another thing that I wanted to point out that I'll point out at the end are these titles. So I think the quick sketch and watercolor works. Composition study is okay, but like down here you finally mention like 3D metal model. So you're talking about the actual medium that you're using. So it actually might be better up here is maybe up here just write sketches and then down below write like watercolor and ink. And maybe even the watercolor and ink can be in a smaller font. So essentially the title is sketch and then the medium is watercolor and ink. Sorry, my kids are home today because it's spring break, so it's a little bit loud. And then over here, the title would be composition study. And then on this one, I really don't know what the medium is. I'm not sure if it's Photoshop or what it is. So you could just write digital image, Photoshop, whatever you'd like. I'd also say that on this one, you don't need these outlines. You haven't used them before. So I'm just gonna write remove outlines. I think it actually would look better on the page to have the white against that kind of off-white background. I think that would look really good. Sorry, I'm stuck. There we go. And then again here, I think these dynamic lines look really nice. I don't know if you need this outline again, maybe just a white background if that's possible. So again, I'm gonna put remove outline, but I'll put a question mark and just put white background. Because even just putting this white line around it really changes what's happening to these lines because these are now kind of ending and enclosed. And I'm assuming that you wanted those to be open. Thinking about the title as well, you know, if this is dynamic line study, then you would put, you know, digital, whatever medium you use to create this. I think it'd be really intriguing to know what you did. And as you can see, we have like this big open space, so it might make sense to put your title over here on the left so that those can get bigger. And then over here on the right, maybe that's where you put the medium. So I'll put medium here. Just an idea, maybe play with that to see how that feels. Regardless of what you do, I think it would be nice to consistently put a title and the medium. Wow, this is an amazing project. Whatever instructor you did this with, just high five to them. Just kidding. Yeah, but really, your work is always amazing. So again, on this composition study model, I think that it looks really cool. I really like it, but it is also really similar to your metal model that's coming up. So on here, I would put that you did it, you know, with paper and like weighted paper, I think is how you ended up doing this one. Really great views. I think it looks really good. And now you have an actual project, body and time. And so again, with this one, just put, you know, 3D model, and then over here put metal, clay, and then, you know, even your ink sketches that you want to include. I love how these turned out. It turned out so nice. Great experientials on those. This one too, it's so nice seeing the progression of your work, like what you did with this. And again, you've got your 3D model, but let's talk about how you built it. What are these materials? You know, what's going on through here? I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. Yeah. Your Revit project looks great. I've taught this class before, and these are some of the cleanest plans I've seen, so great job on that. They look really good. Also, the sizes of the images that you've put in look pretty good too. I think they're pretty easy to understand on the sheet. These get a little bit small, so I think that if you're comfortable, maybe make these a little bit bigger because you are starting to lose some of that detail. So yeah, if you don't mind maybe moving this down to the bottom, let me kind of sketch that. If you don't mind moving that to the bottom right here, that'll give you a little bit more room here to possibly make this one, you know, that big. I'm really good at sketching on the computer, you want. Sorry, that looks so bad, but hopefully you get the point on those. And let's come down to the next one. I think these work well. Again, these, if they get that small, it's really impossible to kind of see what it is that you're trying to show. And so I would maybe reconsider putting these in, or just put in one. Like maybe this wall section can just be one big section like this so they can really see the detail that you put in. And I think that would be better, having one big one opposed to a whole bunch of little ones that you can't read. I think would work a little bit better. Lovely work, great photoshopping. It reads really well. I love the style of it. And then again, just like we talked about before, maybe put the title, you know, whether it's drawing or portrait, whatever it is, and then talk about the medium over here. How did you make that drawing? Okay, and I can't wait to see what's coming up. I am so excited to see you kind of going after your dreams. If you need anything else, please let me know. But wow, Joan, what a wonderful first impression. Well done.